Do you know what actually might surprise you? Considering my job is to make videos about bikes and ride them and all sorts of stuff like that, I don't actually enjoy videoing myself riding said bikes. The reason being is the fact that I believe when you spend so much time videoing your bike rides, you're not really in the bike ride. It's why a lot of my videos aren't actually me riding bikes. Some would say I don't ever even ride bikes, which is not true. I ride bikes every day. The point I'm getting at is the fact that I do like making videos about me riding bikes, but the actual process is usually a pain in the ass. It's like stuff like a lot of people kind of get cool shots of with using GoPros or 360 cameras, stuff like that, around their bike and stuff, but you're constantly moving it. I love this camera because essentially I can put it on the front of my bike, I can record myself during the actual ride, and in the exactly same shot I'm also recording the view of what I'm doing, and I can re-edit it, all sorts of stuff. It's a great way of videoing your rides but kind of staying in the moment. Many moons ago, when drones first kind of got retail popular and accessible, I bought one of the very first kind of big DJIs, whatever they were called at the time, like the big massive Phantoms. They were called Phantoms, massive things. And I had this massive backpack that I had to carry it around in, and it was great. And I went travelling around Iceland, I got some incredible shots of it. But even today, it's still quite hard, even with the smallest of drones, to carry all that stuff with you and also film yourself, most importantly, without taking yourself out of that ride. And that's where this little guy fills that gap. Hover sent me this back in the summer for free to do essentially a video on it. I have been playing with it pretty much since the day they gave it to me, and I've got some cool things to talk about it. But everything I do say in this video is completely on my own opinion. I've not been told to say anything about it. They literally said, here's a really cool toy. This is not what they said, but they said, here's a really cool toy. Have fun with it and tell people what you think. But before I do that, let's see what it's capable of. So the actual drone itself is tiny. It's a little bit bigger than my hand. And then when it's folded, it's still only a little bit bigger than my hand. So this thing goes in my bike bag, it can go in backpacks and stuff like that really easily. The specs of the actual camera itself, I'm going to start listing some stuff up here. The things that matter is the fact that it's 8K, so like the actual footage that comes out of this is insane, so much so that my phone doesn't actually process the really high quality stuff. I have to plug it into my computer to download some of the high quality stuff. It's that kind of good. It's got a little digital screen just up here on the top, so when you're actually going through the settings, and I'll talk about those in a bit more in a minute, to change the different things that it can do, you can see it without having to connect it to your phone, which is one of my favourite parts. I can literally pull this out my bag, unwrap it, turn it on, and it goes, and it can do the things you do. But I'll talk about that more in a minute. It also has a really easy interchangeable battery on top of it, and the pack that I got, which I think was a cycling bundle, comes with extra of these, so you can have, and they're really light. They weigh nothing, as you'd imagine for drone batteries, so you can pack a few of them and the drone without taking up any space. The other thing that the cycling bundle comes with, which is the kit that I got, is this beacon unit. It has a little bracket so you can stick it onto your handlebars and kind of like this. I don't actually use this that much, surprisingly, because the tracking that it has built into it is really good. I tend to only really open it in big open, I only use it in big open spaces generally, so the beacon's not as necessary. But if you were, some of the footage I've seen with them using this was like some pro guys going down some downhill slaloms and stuff like that, going quite fast, and this helps the drone essentially track where you are and keep up with you. And there's a few settings on the screen. You can go through the menu and change things that it does. So like I mentioned before, to control the drone, you're basically using this little screen here. You can see at the moment it says bird's eye. So at the moment, and it actually says there's even like specs on which version of the bird's eye. So for example, bird's eye, spin is turned off and then 30 feet. So if I unfold this and then press go, if you like, the button on top, it takes off, it does this program, which is go up 30 feet. It doesn't spin, it will just stay there, and then it will come back down to where it took off from. When it does that, it uses the gimbal or the camera on the front to like lock onto facial recognition, goes off, comes back to your face. So it basically comes nearly exactly directly where it was beforehand, which is crazy cool. I just realised I'm going through these now. It doesn't really matter. Let's see what they look like instead. And there we have it. Like, if I'm really honest, I've been blown away with this thing. I still feel like there's loads of settings and features of it that I haven't really fully explored. There's so much it can do, but like the fact that it's this tiny little thing that like actually does fit in my back pocket. I'll try not to sit on it. Like, it just makes these so accessible. Like, drones have always been something I've been really into. I've had a few different ones over time, but they've always been a bit of a thing. Like, the biggest problem with drones, a lot of them are a lot smaller now, but it is the kind of the setting up, the like attaching your phone to it, and then like getting the controls out, all those sort of things. When you've got it up in the air, it's amazing, whatever else. But the fact that this, like, it's flip it open, hold the button down, it turns on in a few seconds, I select which mode I want it, I press the button, and it goes and does that thing. I'll bring it back, and then I get on my ride, and I can continue. Like, it's just easy. So like I said at the beginning, this was sent to me for free so I can do this video and test it and play with it, and that doesn't muddy how I feel about it. I genuinely do like it. If anybody's followed this channel for a long time, you know that I tend to really only review things that I actually genuinely like, and if I'm not that keen on it, it's usually quite obvious. I think that kind of sums it all up. Like, this is a great product. I honestly rate it. If you are in the market for something like this or have the cash, I don't think you'll be sorry. I think you'll really like it. So thanks again for Hover sending this out. A quick moment to say the fact that, like, I don't do a lot of water sports type things. We kind of like paddleboarding and kayaking, stuff like that. And they released in the summer, maybe a little while ago, a floating drone that like lands on the water, and you can chuck it in the water and take off the water. That's really cool. I almost swore then. I actually want one of those as well, so I may even buy one. So that's it. So if you're new to the channel from this video, hello, welcome. We don't do many tech reviews. We're mainly crusty bikes at that, building and things like that. We do series where we go visit in bike shops and meet people in the bike industry and world. So cycling, if that's your thing, we you people, welcome. Anyway, if you want to keep up to date with the channel and subscribe, now is the best time. You can click that button just there. It's absolutely free and it helps me out a bunch. And if you can't wait to the next video, that one there is a particularly good one.